So, good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be debating on fertilizers versus manure. So,
Good afternoon.
first, we'll give chance to manure.
So from manure, I want to say that it improves the soil fertility, and it also improves the water holding capacity of soil.
It also
Doesn't do
adds
it.
humus.
Yes, fertilizer doesn't do it.
And it's cheap compared to fertilizers.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
natural also.
But manures are hard to transport.
No, they don't are hard to transport. They can be transported easily.
Yeah, they can
It is
Um,
be
available
easily
also.
transported.
Manures,
Manures can be made in our homes also. Why to
But
transport
it
Yeah.
it?
is needed in a large quantity to serve the minimum amount, means required amount of nutrients. It is required in large quantity.
That much manure is made throughout the year. That much manure is made in our India.
See, manure is been produced by cow dung, and I think everywhere in any area you can see cows, so it's not hard to transport from one place to another place.
Yes, yes.
And also it reduces soil erosion and all.
But for getting a huge yield, manure is not sufficient.
But the excessive use of fertilizers can damage to crops also, no. But but manure
Yeah.
doesn't damage to crops.
But we need crops, so we need food to it, and it comes from crops like wheat, etc. But and we need it simultaneously. So fertilizer provide rapid growth, so it is necessary, no?
See, manure has too many micronutrients and it's good for soil. And because of fertilizers, soils get destroyed by the chemicals. And if we eat that vegetables, it's harmful for our body.
Yes.
Yeah, and acidic also to soil.
we can get soil fertility back also by slash and burn methods. There are
They
many
are
methods to get
expensive.
soil fertility.
They're also
But
expensive.
No,
sir,
they are not
to
expensive.
take that method, to take the slash and burn method, the many of the smoke is produced, and our money is also wasted. No, so why to waste our money? We can directly use manures and grow crops,
But it
and
is
our
slow,
time is
so
also
slow.
wasted.
But it is so slow process, no? Manual process is so slow because it takes a lot of time to dissolve.
See, to
But
produce fertilizers, it is been produced in the factories, and because of factories, because of that smoke been produced, it also it's harmful for the environment.
Yes,
Manure is organic, whereas fertilizers are synthetic products. So we can use manure only. Fertilizers are synthetic products.
But by using manure, it is so slow process. What about that? Because manure can't be dissolved easily in soil.
See,
but
yes,
if
at
and
least they're not toxic.
They are
see
yes,
not risky.
fertilizers can be
if for the
Yeah.
good,
used but
if
in
for the
water.
good
It
health
can
of
lead to food poisoning and all.
see if our body has been healthy because of the manure, so why should we not spend more time to produce it? It's healthy for us and the soil, so why should we don't take that much of time? We don't. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But India
but
is
but
big
we have
country.
India has a lot of population, so and fertilizers, manures are very slow process. That's why, and we can't give it to or give through all over the India by using manures. No, it is very slow process.
Yes, what we will eat. Because for now it can go, but what after some years? It is very slow process.
And we know that many of the cow dung which is gone in that which they put on the road, that is wasted. So how will get the cow dung? Many of the cow dung is wasted.
Manures are also made from plants and animals, not only from cow dung.
cow dung is a main part in manure. No, we have to some dung we have to use, so in that microorganisms will get, and it will give nutrients to plants. No, by only plants and animals manures are not made. It needs cow dung and something which is dead.
And fertilizers have also
Yes.
benefited many farmers than manure.
But if it is used in more quantity, it will reduce the soil fertility and also reduce the plants, damage the plants.
But if they use another field when the soil fertility is gone, and that on first field they can use second field, and they can let that field like that only, and the plants will grow their trees and such plants. And if after they are cut
See,
it, then the
once
soil
the soil
fertility
is
is
been
given again.
But
destroyed,
it will take so much
once the
time,
soil,
na?
but
It will
soil,
take 3 years,
once soil
minimum
is
3 years.
destroyed, it takes too much years to recover, and they can't leave that field like this, because buying a field is too much costly, and the farmers have not that much of budget to buy the new field.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
gain
it's not
profit by
necessary
growing crops
that
using.
farmers have to buy three to fields at one time.
From where they will bring the money to buy
But
two, three
yes,
fields?
yes, 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 yes. This is the point. But by using fertilizers, farmers will get the growth of plants rapidly, so they can sell them and earn more money in less time.
Yes, and by we have to, by using manure, the manure is needed in more quantity than fertilizer. We can use fertilizers in less quantity in, but it gives more yield than manures. They can earn more profit.
If you are making manures, you have to take care of your hygiene. If you are not wearing gloves and proper clothing, then you can also get infected while making manures.
Same in
Yes,
fertilizers also.
Yeah, same in fertilizers.
Yeah, if we breathe in
Because the
that all
material,
contents, so it can cause lung disease and all.
respiratory system, it can harm that. And
Yeah,
our
And
skin
And
also.
right.
and
first,
fertilizers are also harmful for us.
Yes.
If we consume that fertilized plants and vegetables, we can get some
We have to
disease and all. We can also get infected.
leave. It's far away, but if we it has been produced in factories, and if by chance some of people inhale that chemical, so it can damage the
Harmful for them,
respiratory
no?
systems and
Anand,
lungs.
Anand, but it can damage, but it also gives jobs for so many people. No,
yes. In industries, and the poor people goes to industries to work there. They don't have their own business, or they don't work somewhere. The poor people go to these industries to work to earn some money, so they'll get more jobs.
and
But they,
manure takes so many time for like preparing manure take time. Then after that, when you add manure to the soil, it also takes time for dissolving.
Yes, manures can't be added using water. Fertilizers can be using added water with water.
Yes, and it is so fast process by using water because it is dissolvable in water.
It is soluble in water.
Yes.
but after making the fertilizers in factory, very if water is produced which is full of chemicals, what if animals drank that water or drink that water?
We can use some filtration
See,
methods to
see,
improve that
it
water
is,
quality.
see, manure adds nutrients to the soil without affecting the fertility. And if we use the fertilizer, so because of that, the fertility is been reduced, and we can't eat that much of healthy vegetables that if we use manure, it's healthy.
But if we don't use fertilizers, then what we will get to eat? The food
Yes.
production
Use
will
manure,
be
na.
Food
decreased.
Use
production is
manure.
will be decreased. Food production will be decreased. No. So what we will eat?
But because of fertilizer, crops are damaged. What about that? So
See,
the
you
crops
don't
are
worry
wasted,
about
no?
the.
Excessive use of fertilizer, when it is the excessive use of fertilizer, then the crop is damaged. When we use in a
I know
balanced
that.
way, it is not damaging the crop.
And if we
Anand.
use only manure, it is not sufficient to provide that much of nutrients needed by
Yes,
the crops.
we when a farmer added a manure, it added some amount of very little amount of fertilizers is used with manure. So fertilizers are used in that only. No, only manures are not used in fields.
And many of the farmers use fertilizers.
Yes,
But manure gives growth to gives makes strong to the crops and gives them energy.
and also manures we have to make it our from we have to make it at our home and from oh no, so we have but the fertilizers are made in industries by machines and other workers, so we'll get directly why we have to waste our time to make manures and then use it in our fields, and after that we have in farming we have to do lot of work, no, so why waste that time to make manures and that.
While making manures, many insects and bugs are attracted to the manures. So it can cause dengue, malaria, and many other diseases.
Yes,
Fertilizers can also cause many diseases to humans, animals, etc.
They are more harmful to animals.
Us also. Fertilizers are toxic to skin.
But what about the yield?
yes, what will the whole population this much India is the second most populated country, what will they'll eat if only the manures are used, only manures as fertilizers are not used, what will they eat.
And nearly whole world are using fertilizers instead of manures.
Yes, and that for from that many workers are working in that industries. No, so yeah, many workers are getting jobs in that industries. No,
See, because of the fertilizers, it pollutes the water that we drink.
Land also.
Yeah, land also.
It also harms the microorganisms in the soil.
so as the when the rhizobium bacteria is in soil, and when we use fertilizer, it grows, not decreases. The rhizobium bacteria, it does not decreases in the soil.
And if
Yes,
we use too much of
We have learned
fertilizer,
that.
it can kill the plants. If we use too much of fertilizer
but if we use
in the soil
manure,
and
it,
on the plants.
but if we use manure, then what about it doesn't provide sufficient nutrients?
Yes, it does not provide sufficient nutrients.
And before using fertilizers, farmers also take suggestions of people who have already used fertilizers, so that they can know that how much fertilizers they have to use.
And
Yes,
fertilizers provide only short-term benefits for the plant and the soil.
But in that short term, we get a lot of yield.
yes. In the short term, we get lot of yield. No, but manures, that is very slow process. And we
Yes,
doesn't get enough nutrients
and
also
we can't
from that.
depend on it
See,
because
Yes,
if
we
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 have
have
to
to
we
serve.
have to use
if
some fertilizers we have to use.
if,
Only manures is not used in
We
field.
have
if
to
we
serve
use
such a large population, and we can't depend on a slow
see
process.
if first time you use fertilizers on the land and the crop is grown, okay, agree, it's grown faster. But after 2 3 times using the fertilizer on same land, so it can be more acidic.
Harmful.
Yeah.
We have learned that we can use intercropping, or we will use seasonal plants, no, seasonal crops. We can use intercropping also.